own up to responsibility. Don't think anybody is coming from any part of the world to be the solutions to the problems you see. You were born to change the problems you see. According to Mahatma Gandhi, who liberated the Indians from the British dominance, you are the change that you wish to see. Oye bebunwa sorry. Oye bebunwa sorry. Oye bebunwa sorry. Let's get together. Yes, I know you believe in other political colorations, but Jack, Ghana first. Ghana came before your party. Ghana came before your MPP. Ghana came before your NDC. It just said you about together to take over the reins of this country. For too long, we have left this nation's destiny into the hands of some old age corrupt officials that have sent our destiny into the abyss. You continue sitting down? No, you have to rise. And one of the critical areas upon which I am advancing this argument borders from the camp of the Electoral Commission, and of course, that very underpinning is being given by the Parliament House of Ghana. How did parliamentary procedure came about? If I would take a mental tour with you into history, you will say the old Athenian Greece. Those were the time where no one but it got to a time, ladies and gentlemen, they grew in number. The square so they decided, say, then every family should present somebody. Now, then they go back to tell their family the decision that were resolved. It grew to the point they said, it's even families, so they said that every tribe should present somebody. It will ban then so we should have respective leaders and representatives who will come and represent our interests. So even though we may be 10 million, we can have 10 people speaking on our behalf. Even though we may be 30.8 million in the case of Ghana, we can have 275 people thinking on our behalf. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the essence of parliament is not to make laws. You have been lied to in the books. Listen to me and listen to the voice of reason. The reason why parliament was created was not to make laws. Laws is secondary. The reason why parliament exists is for representation. The utmost reason why parliament was created was for those people to represent our interests and by large make laws. And yet, you ask a living politician, parliamentarian, Wako School of Harvard, Wako School of Yale, Wako School of Massachusetts, Wako School of Brunel, Wako School of Oxford, Wako School of Legon, UCC, if not Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, who be decided to say, we are parliamentarian, what do you say? Or say, I go to parliament to make laws. Such an if parliament is just about making laws, hey, you guys get out of that chamber. Get out of that chamber. If you think, say, you are just in parliament to make laws, get out of that chamber. You are there to represent us. Why is Otu Darko touching on representation this morning? Every member of parliament, it is your duty to see to the welfare of your constituents. Now listen, Jack, it doesn't matter so young people, it doesn't matter so young this. Listen to the voice of reason. Let's even assume we MPP parliamentarian. Constituency now free. Electoral Commission he's limiting the registration exercise to districts and it's disenfranchising your people. It's giving a help to your people. And as a representative, you need to stand up in that parliament and speak for your people. Common sense as a neutral. Common sense as a neutral say your duty is to represent your people. And as a whole house, you allow just a so-called autonomous body to determine the pace and play with the destiny of a country. So bidding fi said watch here. When you kono or wakwenya says so register. So now dream with the Hong Kong or Sansu wakwenya says so twaba. Mebwa. Yeah, constitution. Ya mamra. Afi apima hankro de okrum yenu. Amamra. Ye de bo man ho bra no san na kire. Na mo so masemu kina e wo sa efi hono. It's supposed to be a house of honorables, but I'm sorry that it's become a house of horribles. I did not see the impact of the 8th Republic in the affairs of this nation. I scratch my back, I scratch your back, Parliament. I don't see minority, I don't see majority. They have become one dupe in the country. And the people keep on wallowing in poverty. The people keep on marring the spirit of tears, but God has heard their cry in the wilderness. And that is why I started by saying, sir, so we let's take over our country. Let's use every democratic positive defiance to take over our nation. That's the same year, I swear to God, there is no future for you, there won't be any future for me. You see how they were in a hurry? Some one parliamentarian should have a police. Bonnie Ben, why ain't you here police? Or Kwano de Nechi. No police in the bag. Bonnie Ben, why ain't you parliamentarian here police? And let's ask ourselves, police flying and your war taking care of the thousands of people in that community. So you have thousands of people in the community, you don't have a single police officer, but one parliamentarian, what a police officer did it. And then no Ukraine back. What use is that? Is this what we call democracy? Now, electoral commission. Registration, limited to district. Now, you are supposed to be the voice of the people. You guys who can call the easy to order, you are quiet. Are you serious, Ghana Parliament? With all due respect to the Speaker of Parliament, are you guys serious in that house? How well are you representing our interests? How? It's not about MPP. You are there to serve your people, irrespective of political coloration. In case you do not know your duty as parliamentarians, then I'm reminding you that your foremost job is representation and necessarily not to make laws. Now, you're saying Ghana for Bre. Ghana for Pepre. Or mine, I said that. These are the people. You see, kaya ye no bakwaye ansan we did no wonya sa kaya ye no uncle sign line, and it's not as if say line no kwasado wo sa na boboa no yes kaya ye no a onya aduane ni sada no wonya kaya ye adwuma no na onfo car in and out 40 Ghana cedis na okọ register ni pados we nu so a once onfo car the next day 40 cedis. Tell me, as a rational human being, do you think the kaya will go for the third time? No. And there are people who are from more powerful, continuous registration ahead of 2024 elections. So, what have you done to the people? You have disenfranchised the people, and thereon you have contravened the constitution of our country. And I was expecting Parliament to call the electoral commissioner to order. I was expecting Parliament, MPP and DC, me who down with me a boom, I did some S gracia. Common sense should tell the parties in that house, say, baby, Ghanaians are suffering. You guys got to come together and put the electoral commissioner to check. The electoral commissioner may be autonomous, but she has not got absolute powers in our constitution. And Crawford twins so bread. Mamia in the video, as a Bama can think I didn't see na Kong. It didn't see the Kong, Abraham, I mean, a Bassan Shenechi. Na sa mami ya ni say so wo ko honom na se bita frache se bin credit sa se bia ko don't talk sa mami na ntima register. Let's ask ourselves, will she go again? There are things that are beyond the borders and shores of politics or partisanship. This is one of them. Adie be a funny padomono, it is beyond MPP. Adie be a funny padomono, it is beyond NDC. And as a Parliament House, I was expecting say you call the electoral commission to order. In case you have forgotten, the fact that the president appointed the electoral commission, let's say the electoral commission should necessarily be an MPP. So what it means is that deal with the electoral commissioner and the commission as an entity, a creation of the constitution. More parliament, you must make sure some people home. And then we also have a judiciary. Judiciary, it is your duty to see to the peace, stability, and sanctity of the country. Because you put fear in the people, because you think you cannot be criticized, because of your so-called contempt, and because nobody can challenge orders, because you say the laws are in your bosom. You say that you are the constitution. You are nothing. You are not the constitution. The constitution is the people. We are reminding you your place, O judiciary. same way about bedamanim who chief justice who your pa. You are supposed to, as a matter of urgency, empower people to sit on the matter because it's a public interest matter. You've allowed the Electoral Commission to continue with this process, which is disenfranchising a lot of Ghanaians, giving a lot of Ghanaians hell. Now yet here, that Supreme Court or whatever court, the better assembly, near your registration. Where lies common sense of the Supreme Court? Where lies common sense of the judiciary? Where lies common sense of the Chief Justice? And you are saying that as youth we should shut up for fear that we'll be arrested, for fear that we will be in the grace of national security, for you cannot cow anybody into submission. I've told you, you cannot beat us and not ask us to cry. Or you cannot beat us and ask us not to cry. It's gotten beyond our neck. Look at the pains of people who are going through judiciary. They have to walk long distances because of some card. Because of Ghana card. They say voter card, but they must go through hell. Because sikana mo de be aduane no mo de be create jobs no manya biaye no manya aduane di no akronfoi mo wies kan nyina. So your people keep on suffering. The same people you have milked, even though you did not give them food, you expect them to raise funds to go and do card. Obitimi travel 1 hour and said we'll do the registration center. Enti munitema kakra. Enti munitema mamu mindful. What joy do you derive from the pains of your people? Look at how America is giving their people leadership. Look at how even Paul Kagame in Rwanda is giving his people leadership. Look at how small boy Macron is giving France leadership. Look at how Xi Jinping is giving China leadership. Look at how Dr. Kim is giving North Korea leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, why do we continue to suffer our people in this manner? Ghanaians keep on wallowing in poverty. Ghanaians keep on crying, and yet there's no helper. So that day I said, I don't know whether we should thank God for giving us leadership, or possibly we should look elsewhere for hope. Now, Electoral Commission with so-called nonsensical autonomy, egusu amonunkuan oyen yope. Se oman Ghana ejatomwa, ubetire baby abe Electoral Commission eduma. So man Ghana ejatomwa, ubetire baby abe Chief Justice na mo court, and mo judges eduma wo Supreme Court. Se Ghana ejatomwa, I watch baby abe general parliamentarian. You think the evil things that happen in other countries just occurred. It occurred through process. And some mukosu saying, na mo kama no tumwa, and do ye ne bo maimo. And until na make a chief of defense staff say, and journalist biano person kusi, abanfo kutuno, abanfo and a kufana danfo. And if any country in Africa, they should do the right thing. And yes, I am afraid, as long as you continue to do the wrong thing, you think we'll continue to be cowards? You think so? Okay. And Kuruma can be. Also, Ghanaians are slow in anger. But their anger gravitates towards a more fury, to a point that you cannot contain our fury. Continue like this, a day will come when you cannot stop the youth of this country. On that day, you see how you protect your democracy. Continue like this. When Ghanaians talk, you don't listen. Continue like this. Continue thinking that the youth are cowards. Continue thinking that we swim in the pool of cowardice. Continue living in your mirage, in your dream world. Continue. A day will come when we, the youth, will face the police. And the police can't do anything. A day will come when we, the youth, we even face the military. And they can't do anything. We don't want that day to happen. And that is why we are advising you. Okay. Thank you. Otu Darko. Thank you.
na kwaba edeba CTV market connect jumedie so wo ko Kenya anase ho anase Nigeria maimo na wo pe hotel so near boss near shoso near be cross or hima anase ohene a ne boda fomodia ene nhwe bia link up join ye CTV market connect jumedie so ye be ma so wo sika wo tuade amba ye wo bi ho ma wo ye jumedie bi say ye adore engagement anase mpono porteye bosso apontinam ananentinam wo pe wig papa ne boda for me so quality and affordable dia link up our CTV market connect video so ye be man your ma papa ye gam net to so wo play ankasa fresh number way 020-232-5735 020-232-5735 na link it up I will see TV market connect video so link it up what you say na enyoma bia wo hwehwa wo beto I will be a wo kon yentime nchiro your numbers no so na wo screen no so no ya na wa friend no wa link it up with CTV market connect video so that's it. Bring it on. Let's talk about it. It's an open show where opinion matters.
Gossip is the trend.
Oh, you're giving them money as a transportation, huh? You want the transportation? Girl, I'm broke.
She never knew he was committed to anybody.
Laughter overdose. Fun. Not just that, we also deal with critical issues around Africa and beyond. Anticipate, for it's going to be lit and mind-blowing with exceptional guests that knows what's up.
The most bold and very vocal actress you can ever meet. She says her mind as it is. I can't say she has low self-esteem, but she does what pleases her, and that's the power of choice.
When women bully men, they say it's a weakness on the part of the mind.
Variety is the spice of life. When you eat rice more, you're supposed to chop it, right? You get why?
With me, the queen of the south, Toniga.
Ejeng ede janka ebeti ehe ene wisia ebeda okuneni die eden ene woma ebeti wenti ena CTV yahye dwumedie sunko a yato no din se onnipa hiamoa ede ba wakwemu eno te hia yen dwumedie so ene yebetena se na yakasa afa enjanka ho enwisia ho mobro wafo ho onnebiefo ho na fe yape kwan a yebetimi afa so ede abo mo hia me abena ewusiwa wo abra mede chiame ewo dwumedie yi eso onnepa hiamoa na hwan ene onibi kwafo.
Yes, I'm somebody for Akwaba. Na yene Fred Forcing in Incomotel. Menoka say in penny for Atanase. You be doing como. But Fred Forcing agree for customers of Men's Gold, Mirai, a convener. Me sure by now. At the wedding Adija, say about 39 counter. Yeah, the ball Namwena or sit only who for. Menoka saying so, yet it is a bimuswell. So let's go to him. Hello, Fred.
Yes, Nana.
Fred, at say
Nana, you made a change.
Name of Senia Ocasanas and Cranching him.
Oh, Nana, Bibi, I see. I will hook a comb, but I'm drawing a cost on the Papa May.
Yes, so far, Men's Gold, my customers now, Musika, Koka, how are your people faring? My situation to say, my school fees near there, my pum to say. Can you give us some brief statistics on your people so far?
Nipa 217. I'm sure Monka. Omu, yes.
217.
More mobile court no, team number court no. Yeah, the banner samples X-ray. Soldier foam, police foam, soft foam. any businessmen, doctors, pharmacists, and the rest students na their room. And even and we end up said in any cry and ya nini enhu de kra mo hu no also me ba kwala na okura ni nsem. Nti ababo de yedin. I'm telling you, and I say, hey, we try TNT me who say me free trade because customers no all back wa ba kra no obesi akọ back by yedin ma no. Nti your situation there ababo na yedin.
So we are then edidi because me never could be doing come say the life savings no the question like try phone kakra say we are then the mo school fees near the say for call my brabo
ebi mo mba tifi o ebi mo mba no say o mo ejia school mo ofie because o mo ntua school fees me ni abako a men go dinti say on to me call UK on na wife say o see wo be chinatum mini abako nzizi a o she e krasi bi na all door efuo
wow
mini abako on de Marvin friend Jonathan was kaswa on baba minu last 3 weeks a dad de betchina attorney general bekoko sada na me fi attorney general office na me ba register general friend on phone say opeso ogine na oyi na onu an kwafi ho because oye banking and finance onye ejuma ye o ma pam na fi na ejumam onye ejuma ye ni sika ka was no de investment adicha na mba wa mienu on nsan to me so almost no school fees go to me to aduan kra mom nti he thinks the best thing is to just put an end to it. No, and then the man details.
How often as leader we receive such threatening messages? Say being person.
Me stop there was a lady in Norway me and apa okoto DDT so no me na me stop no.
Okoto DDT so no.
Oh yes. Me na me stop no. So I in the time they from because I stop her from killing herself. Norway, Europe. On power Europe, yes, Ghana, hippic economy, just say, no, euros, or to DDT in chance or no. One Saturday morning, I had to stop it.
So how do you feel, sir? A basin, Merisantinia, Mohawi see, Musika non Kamia say, Yadane Buachibidi. How do you feel as a citizen? Maybe say a cost in your own country.
Until yesterday, now even though me as a leader and as a minimum call for you being there, now you will GD because I keep on telling myself the minimum say Andra then baba. Sandra me take out now some me catch me say me danyamia say me ti asie me Andra me share the fireworks between Attorney General and na one defense team. I'm probably beginning on the day of hearing of the case now. Now, me catch him say me da say me who Andra say because Andra no mark the beginning of the journey to justice for men good customers.
Okay.
Say my minyas ratio. Me say catch you say yes. And yet then you move 217 film, but omun trans no munyankwa.
Okay, but okay, first for no see wadama.
And it's not Sunday, yes, will be at 3 o'clock. Our church, as a Christ Apostolic Church, our La Paz, a Yenshi meeting, Cassia Pabako.
The Sunday, men's good customers, you know, who quite German.
All over. I wish the Taquafuni Kumaso
Funyam, La Paz, CAC.
La Paz, CAC, Sanitation and Champion.
Okay, but finally, my entry way now, Mivre, and I'm so ma. In all the counts, over 30 counts, if not 39 counts, yeah, the ball. Also, when you move for back, crowd. What is the same way? Move on, is saying.
Me because San or Becano. Now, when the actual case is shall see, now details in a bar, and when you be whom I try nothing. Okay, be like I say, her neighbor Charlie.
Okay, my friends here, not Minka said. And penny for so only be a sem a yen yasem. In Tiabecoswa, when him says Ctv, we are there for the people.
Oh, yes.
Tiabecoswa, the machi, never semino, yes, you become your mamma. Why? Now, one cocamun, we are the smartest. Abia na yanse, and yes, and Kabia Yonso, Yehum. So, Mr. Uncroft, no one kasa. They should not kill themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Omaya Timuni. Omaya Timuni. Okofaya penny for they are labeling you. Look, journalist for the bill. Me, I'm redefining journalism. Say journalism no school your classroom no men count. Say entertain, educate, information for me. Me a journalist. I hold leadership accountable. That should be the job of a journalist. Ghanaian journalist. Leader no oje o taxes no. Yen kanasem. Leader na odi um din kobo besia no. Yen kanasem. Leader na my mono say ye gold in diamonds. Mon hwe so. Na omo de akoy gold for oil no. Yen komasem. Then the journalists will rather attack opposition leaders who have not taken the time from them, who do not use their name to borrow, who do not take their taxes. What kind of useless journalism is that? And you want me to be part? No way. Saying I'm a fire John Mahama. Son, I'm a fire Kufado. We must be fair in the firing. Because so free Bole Bamboyo, so free Chebiu, going in a Ghana former. And that is what is important to note. At this point, Ivra Jemfi Abeka Yensa. Now, when him say, Rappeni or Kasa. As political analysts, and you know by train come you say you aka and so babeka yensa. Now of course secret that plan semono it was second was because me no can say OSP established say secret that pa brother we no sika gusu free papa na we na account ebe secret that pa account papa yin so you beka was afin so MPP winning 2024 elections. From Pom Boating actually say easy. Meanwhile, the NDC is also not an option. So Rebecca Hono so asem. Ira Kwaku Edujemfi, political activist Ofia. You heard him say Julius Jima, economic and fiscal policy analyst, MPP member. So join your opinion. Yamu Akwaba names are simple to say. Yeah. The radius. The radius. The Henry Radibe. Okay. Yes, just say na in komo on Cecilia Pass case no. I mean, say the when Madija. I mean, I was thinking, say a brand new. I didn't say Ctv free. For account. And I say, Abia, near Odija, no, say, Biana, nest of king or so possibly nest of king in a sending so.
And I'm that's maturity for actually as a constituency for. And the constituency has a form when you have.
I baby, yeah.
Every parable.
Not
be as a constituency for me, chairman. And now, why not Timuno? I'm running a juma. You know me, and say a D bank transaction.
That's right.
Anytime be out this car, and now be a transaction. You will be me a 3C transaction.
That's right.
Don't baby cry. Sikani free air then. The same Kajima the pa. Into special prosecutor or allege. Say Sika free who phone account about Madam Sia da pa account. A dear further investigation and why what me indicted bank no. What me atro to the bank. I'm a bank and I'm an explanation as to the reason why Sika to me free for account eko otiase for account. Sir, my whole social media post of special prosecutor on a lot of alleged statements. Na me busa say oni to me say oboma me no kwan edu ana. Otiase because he has said couple of things. One thing that I read, very notable, was say, Omoko Mamini Fien, not Wachichiris can. Ena, what do you see? Brofono se making kind here, or say craftily conceived. What I say? Just a Maminas Akurescano, Ena, what do you see? Na, Sasi Capuduno, you could to be will be there, ma. Money laundering, once I'm near Kayo, Nana. I was a multimedia money laundering who can't do bono. Now, so only fee say, and your money laundering, and a way. Name legitimate business being warrior, not the one that's the crat hiding. I bet you. Nana Miti, hey, na ye hwehwe me numadie mu na ye hwe na je ye betumi abɔ me kwan du eye me ma said ye na me lawyers asɛdeɛ ne sɛ kwan du e de abɔ me no me yima no na me yimi tiri ye den efiri san kwan du ni special prosecutor emo ma me kwan du ɛna de kyia bia na ye kwan na sika ne Taliban ho ɛna na mandan Cecilia da pa chichiri sika no oduku mu na ɔde ahyɛ mpaase. How does that fall within your jurisdiction as the chief prosecutor?
This is some charade going on.
Of course.
Oh,
nah.
So we should not take office of the special prosecutor serious.
Nana.
Sir.
Nenra said they miss two Jawa sister station back on. Special prosecutor. Onyina yi. Janya nkwala say omodi adwin bedi agro. Nana, who kind special prosecutor act now? OSP act now. All the powers of the OSP emanate from the Attorney General. So without the Attorney General's approval, you are a toothless bulldog.
I'm independent.
You are not independent to work, to act. So what is the essence of that office in the first place?
Agenda.
The agenda was that creative office Binia Kofa Martin Amidu abetena because Martin Amidu any ND John Dramani Mahama one tower so that Martin Amidu can go after John Dramani Mahama and NDC the same way he went after Wayomi. Na omujina so a year campaign etia John Dramani Mahama say Wayomi after 52 million Ghana cedis enti nusikano enya Wayomi nko na awie bi na John Dramani Mahama nso awie bi akoto dan wo Dubai e na ne yire nso check contract enti ne monto aba ne maye na yemra machichi wo mo emamo you know. And Ghanaians fell for this tricks. Ene ye hu omo a sikapuduo Yewura Wayomi de what the nasem and the Kodan court and the court ma judgment and na offer due process one ko bo obi akrono and na mo see process na offer so DG scan. There was not some level of authorization near the president. I didn't authorize it. There was a miscommunication somewhere that got Wayomi into what he found himself into. Yet NDC MP before to me at the adiane chichiri NDC for kon emani ye abrekura. Now Wayomi on your government appointee. Now Wayomi was not a minister under John Dramani Mahama's administration. He was an independent businessman or Yenejuma. But because he was affiliated to the NDC, Omutumi the major campaign message at the Togana for Trim say John Dramani Mahama and then I'm moving in an Omuya Kromfo said any what does I'm better than a fire, oh my men fire, and in a matrasso.
But in the case of Woyomino, we can say Urata Mills, Eka say Sikano, Momuntiani Pudu Musa. And it came to pass because they should be paid in tranches.
Nana
Sabrina, they went ahead and paid. And
that is what I'm saying. Sir. There was some
so what
miscommunication somewhere between Betty Modi Drisu.
Yeah, and then man the say create loot and shade, you know.
Neighbor, yes. And then an American said there was a miscommunication somewhere. In this same scenario, our former energy minister, who happens to be Boachie Jako, is that the name? Boachie Jako. Went into the Amari deal, did some shady transactions over there, trying to inflate some contract prices here and there. Ebeto Ojano, the president said he was misled.
Yeah.
And nobody said a word. In the case of John Dramani Mahama and Professor Mills and Wayomi, when Professor Mills said that, I said the money should not be paid in that order. And it was paid. And no de yenyanko for momudi campaign. Mene woka say agenda sa story we is dead on arrival. I'm telling you, the NDC is not interested in it. And your OSP, this is a political issue.
NDC should be interested.
Very good. They should be interested. They should make it a. You see, look.
Send a NDC, Jumaye.
NDC
in wanting power.
They are never serious. NDC is not a serious political party. Among them now, they are confused. Among NDC for now, they are confused. So when you are confused, so they are. And you know, they more check position more 2024. Probably they are in their rooms sharing positions and who will get what and who will get not, because the work is not being done at the field. The OSP such a scandalous idea, and nobody is talking about it. Which NDC communicator knows what all can see that
oh,
why? As agenda. Cocoa price $2,300 and no mama $400 today. Mama today. And we are doing elections. Oba, dear Uber Yama cocoa no. Come and tell us. Come and tell the cocoa farmer. Send me NDC. So mama me me bar. All the benefits that you enjoy, cocoa rose, pension, money, and everything, I'm going to reinstall them back. But then, going back to say that they should have been giving 1,700 and they have been giving 1,300 and they have been shortchanged, and how does that deepen the discussion? What kind of superior argument are you raising on that? You have to tell the cocoa farmer the alternative arrangements that you have as a power are superior to what is they are having now.
Okay.
So that it will convince the cocoa farmer to vote for you.
Because Semete was here. A cocoa farmer, no bag, 800.
Near the 1,300.
I mean, it's good.
Cocoa farmer,
so Uber catch him say 500, no, what are you talking about?
In any case,
800, number 1,300. So tell me how you make it 1,700.
Very good. In any case, you're quite syndicated loaner. We take the money in dollars. What you say? The fundamentals are weak, so the exchange rate is exposing us. It means we syndicated loan at a certain rate, you know. Because Baumia has made the fundamentals weak, the exchange rate has exposed us, and then the dollar will go up. It's a bebano na cocoa board already nankasa no mabokada.
Yeah.
So you have to factor in all these things. But the bigger argument, and they say, what alternative arrangement and now who as opposition who offer to the cocoa farmer? Stop those useless arguments. And they see they are never serious in anything. And that is why we say the alternative is scary, because they don't look serious. They don't look serious. How does the argument of, look, when your friend saying Akufo-Addo, so take a decision at home, you can't reverse his decision with ranting.
He's strong with those things.
Opa, Tiem, Emma Heaven, Emma Tentebe.
Very strong with those things.
Akufo-Addo will never listen to you. His decisions are final. Such an autocratic character. You don't deal with him on that level. Eti wabeye nedi obeti mi no waye. He has given the cocoa farmer 1,300. So as
no crampo there, no 800, no the other 1,300. Other issues some raising the family. Media ne say me a cocoa farmer. Na me 8 million a bag. And then Yamiadum.
Yamma 1,300.
Let me can't let me say, and so tell me, say, hey, maybe buy ABC, remember 2,000.
And yes, from last week, almost some Jamfi, Erika J. Munina, Kotana TV, Swa, Coco, and a farm gate, How does this win elections?
Not okay, farm gate.
How does that win elections? Okianina or no, what Chechere, Kwame do. Na nyamia na duma ni koko ye 800 na 1,300. What ya sempa say na farm gate price and a farm gate price.
E dey say 800 about 1,300 500. I am bacho.
Nana next topic. No, you see, politics now, no. You have to be very strategic. You have to be very strategic. You have to know where to hit your opponent. Ebekano.
Yeah.
How much is 52 million Ghana cedis into dollars? How much is checking her? How much is 52 million Ghana cedis? We gave Cecilia Dapa $43 million
to dredge Odo.
Odona, go and look at the state of Odona.
Also, there were other 4 hips out there.
4 hips from where? And you people are quiet because of your charge and the kickbacks. You people go behind them and take money when you are supposed to go and sit down and discuss the issues. You won't go and sit down and discuss the issues. Do you know something? Let me tell you something, Nana. That's one thing I'm highly disappointed. I'm telling you this morning. But like I said, these pro MPP stations, you could see your friends say Asempa and Co. They set the agenda. They control the topics to discuss.
Yes.
What I say? At the end of the day, me sorry I no pay me buy. And I see a can cocoa once a month. Let me offer Cecilia Dapa once a month. At the end of the day, you should be interested in the pro NDC stations who will discuss the topics that will pin them down.
Now, pro NDC stations, from here press brief from there. But the established way, it's as if
lazy opposition.
Hey, it's as if say Cecilia Dapa. So it's not been established where we SKBL. I think I will agree with the money laundering bet, no. But that's a bit more assassin where we are here. Nana.
Nana, I give her all the respect.
Yes.
Yeah,
well to do. $1 million in Shadow.
Nana, we are a public officer. And the public officer, no, you must conduct yourself in a certain manner. That amount of money, logically, it doesn't fit into any economic principle. Say a public figure should have that amount of money sitting in her house. So it calls for scrutiny.
Okay.
It calls for interrogation. It calls for questioning.
I can imagine if Rollins was president.
Very good. You'll be highly disappointed. Because look, there was a time former President Rollins was saying, she was looking for certain amount of money. The man couldn't get.
Yeah.
He was a president in a former state for 19 good years with all the resources at his disposal.
No foreign accounts according to him.
He needed money to save the life of his wife. He didn't get. We have a minister with this amount of money sitting in her house, and opposition is laughing about it. Such a lazy opposition. There's a reason why people don't want to give power to the NDC. They are too lazy and lackadaisical in everything that they do. And I'm highly disappointed in the way their whole communication, the whole entire communication of the NDC is a flop. Everything is about Sami Jemfi. If it is not Sami Jemfi, then that is it. Then that is it. Everything is revolving around 1 or 2 people, and that is it. And is that how you run opposition to come to power?
Maybe he's putting strategies.
What kind of strategy? That whack strategy that is not making any effect. What kind of strategy? Is this how you come to power? They are sitting down, they are tickling themselves and laughing. Anytime Ghanaians are unhappy with MPP government, you know what they do? Yeah. They will rather not go and vote. They will not vote. But anytime Ghanaians are angry with NDC, they vote them out. 1 million difference. So you sit down and think that Ghanaians are angry, they are going to vote for you.
They may not go and vote.
They will not go out and vote. Because MPP Nini Bufua is one thing. What are you talking about? President. Do you know how vicious Akufo-Addo is? Do you know how vindictive he is? Do you know how manipulative he is? It's not hard. I even want a better word for harder than that. When in the honest way and democracy, look at it. Look, Nana, Ghana needs money. Look at Article 42. Article 42. Come, mommy. What the Article 42, mommy?
Yo. Ghana Mamra, we're chapter 7. Etifias was a representation of the people. Article 42. Etifias Assembly was a right to vote. Every citizen of Ghana of 18 years of age or above and of sound mind has the right to vote and is entitled to be registered as a voter for the purposes of public elections and referenda.
Which part of these letters do politicians don't understand here?
They will say explicit, very clear.
Nana, eti adentina Ghana ni a wadi mfie du nwotwe. Na constitution ne say wo ho kwan so okotro ni din wa abato nwoma nim na onya kwan kokoto aba. Ema wo politician na onyansa ni utiri mu no. Yes, I'm being honest with you.
I know you are.
Oh, listen to me.
No, I will not allow you to bundle all of
politicians. So that is fine.
Ebinimo is okay.
Nana, that Ghanaian needs to go through a whole lot of stress.
The big create so. Director, I'm back to
me who back could be a mammy near the Nana. What has the Ghanaian done to the politician?
It's a good question.
That he must suffer so much. To suffer so much to vote for you.
And do they enjoy in our pains?
Selfish leaders we have in this country. Very selfish, heartless leaders we have in this country. All you know is to win political power.
That's all they know.
And after you win political power, it's about you, your wife, your concubines, and your girlfriends. Idiots.
But I just have a crack what you got into Bende.
Such a ebinimio. Wo obedi ni birthday auto convertible ewa America. And a man didn't be birthday. That character Joseph. So if he said don't make a for more Jimmy. It's yogurt. How much is a yogurt? 2 cedis?
3 cedis.
3 cedis. Me not sure say Joseph yogurt krobema ne medi e wo fi.
Oh, I'm
being honest with you. Me not sure say the man
omo na
enti voters and voter ne dey or no ne dey sefata no any 3 cedis yogurt. Yes sir. After you abandon them and travel to the United States of America for 2 years. Look at this. Look at this. And political communicators are silent about this. People must go through this kind of inhuman treatment in order to look Nana in any way voters Edika apart from say it does not benefit the Ghanaian in any way. Yet we have to go through this kind of nonsense to get voters ID card, to vote for irresponsible leaders who are mismanaging this country, and we sit down and we watch them. We sit down and we allow this nonsense to go on in this country. What did we do wrong? That we have a president who says he's a human rights lawyer but does not understand Article 42. And not even interested.
Don't belittle his intelligence. He understands it.
Then he's empty. Too empty with the way he's governing this country.
He's not the electoral commissioner. President is not there. You should understand separation of powers. He belongs
under this administration. Me see the only thing Akufo-Addo is not interfering with is what you do with your wife in your bedroom. The only thing Akufo-Addo does not interfere in this country is the only thing you do with your wife in your bedroom. He interferes with everything in this country. I'm telling you today. And that is the reason why
he's a hands-on person.
He's a hands-on who? He's building people who will be loyal to him and not loyal to the state. We are not building states. We are not strengthening our institutions. Rather, we are burdening individuals. Look at the posture of the electoral commissioner. Look at the posture. Systemic failure. Systemic failure. So we should continue with systemic failure after 31 years. We should continue like this. So the Ghanaian now no nothing about be a sebi electricity on to me petrol on to me people cannot afford 3 square meals a day.
For bro.
Amount for bread, massa. Every blessed day, once there be ameba, me could have phones 2, 3. See,
Ojai.
Maybe Baba Kui number no who share them papa.
Yeah.
Because every blessed day, Nana, you have to send something to somebody before the person is able to feed.
I said back here, crowd on about 20,000.
Yeah, Nana family see here, Mr. What you say?
Because that's how
Nana family see here, Mr.
Baunya Bressa.
When you money come back,
Obi out in America there.
Tie, meti hey. Nana meti hey. Menya benjumada.
Okay.
Menya adwuma ma politician biada.
Yeah.
Me need politician bi aseda.
Yeah.
I haven't even for once pick up my phone to call any politician in this country.
Okay.
I don't have any connection, any contact with any politician.
Okay.
I'm a young man
So come up here. Who
is diligent in doing my own business, legitimate.
It is a 20,000 well.
Oh, of course, I'm use iPhone and I love good stuff.
Yeah.
What I say? Tino.
Yes, it's fine.
Me the man and then stretch. It's from me the man.
Yeah.
Stretch.
Mr. Yejina TV so.
Me the man. Don't worry. Na me.
Na gaso ba jifu. Mr. Ghana way. What the amami? Mr. Director, you come on camera ni mechi. Me no so be jifu.
What I say?
Na for your grade am wa o.
Nana. Me the back factory or no man.
I'm say o my no. Senior, bia me change. Because me so fan me.
What you say? The way and penifue wo krom ha e manage Ghana no. Say yan hwe na yan ka ho asema.
But they used to
No, they are tired. Listen, the youth, let me tell you. A young man who is jobless and perhaps after all per se, you may even look. Hey, let me tell you something. Me call Telecom University.
okay.
Nana me call La Paz. Na otisi kwa anymore. Just a urura police for no yard anymore. I saw people that they have recruited into the police. Nana me hameninka.
Yeah.
Me show omo anim na me show omo age range around 30, 35, 40, 45.
New recruits.
Yes, new recruit. But I'm calling on the IGP. Uncle Tessano Police Training School.
Oh, and the second Japan cracker say people 2 years.
Now, Papa Penifua recruit to into the Ghana Police Service. I'm challenging anybody here. Our officer Mebuano. One for cameras, for cameras. A new journalist in this country. Very lazy journalism in this country. I don't want to mention names.
Fire.
Very, very lazy journalists in this country. You know why they are doing that? Kickbacks. Assembly by and a friend no near also see class they will never. Even when you put out an information. Now what's a nipa follow information no mo koko verify say assembly na can no kure and na say no kure. At the end of the day, other politicians, very corrupt politicians, omumo makotam IGP, abetena omu hojo no. Very, very corrupt IGP. Ministers, yemo Ministry of Housing, omo ntimi anye.
Touch ya. Ono masa do.
Lawyers are yedu omu kojina Supreme Court, omo client eko there prison. These incompetent politicians, akofa incorruptible IGP abetena ho, hojo no. Because a krom ha yempa no kore obi obeba obeye na adwene so opeso ye oman we ye bia no
that time no
me pulling it down and sa syndrome na wakufu adumojam. He pulled Rollins down, he pulled Atamels down, he pulled John Dramani Mahama down, all in the name of he wants to be president. Ghana yo here man, Ghana yo here man, yet your mind is a comedy, a common accord. Just because you wanted to come and enrich yourself and your family, you were pulling everybody down in this country.
Okay, so let's do another topic. In case you're just joining us, Ctv anything Ctv Dwabre, Yabawa Kwemo Mondays through to Fridays. Joada Kusifiada. And upon Sianko said no Baba episode in Kunyabunuso. Me were out in Kane. I know the Amanda Sem Pad, Michelle partisanship on time, but. Or or can I send it here? So it's like me now. Didn't the Kwaku Otu Darko, a political activist, a young man who want to reshaping the thinking faculties of his country. And we need men like this in our country. I've told you, Obia and free baby ma MSS of me Ray, and wow, we are the change we want to see. Enough of your NPPism, enough of your indecision. We need to put on the cap of our country, Ghana. Let's save our motherland. At least, let's say of us, when we are dead and gone, that when we came, we'll build a good path for the unseen generation. Let that be said of us, following our demise. As you can't do more money, Martin Luther King has said, was the world suffers not because of the violence of bad people, but the world suffers because of the silence of good ones. The reason why Ghana is suffering is not because of even Akufo-Addo or because of the armed robber, but because you, the good ones, are quiet. I charge you this morning, especially the youth, with the venom with which we challenge the former John Mahama's administration. Let's challenge this administration also with the same venom. And farmers will be free Bole, and then farmers will be free Achim. We are one people pledging allegiance to the red, gold, green with a central black star of the Ghanaian flag. And that is the only way, ladies and gentlemen, through which we shall reach our full potential and get to that economic promised land of hope. Because Ghana first. Mira, referring from what's in Komobi, I think on the Benanable, on point of view, what the Betu just said. He doubt if MPP will break the 8, but NDC is also not an option. This issue says here because Kennedy, Japan, say MPP lost the 2024 as far back as 2022, and yet they still believe that they are going to break the 8 because they are saying that they have superior records as against John Dramani Mahama, who are a political activist, and of course you analyze politics. In that perspective, or you even think that we need a third party, we should forgo these two political giants.
Nana Medasi, the third force is very important at this point because it looks like both the NDC and the MPP, they are not even, they are not good enough to continue to rule this country anymore. But we'll talk about the third force. Let me come back to Professor Frimpong-Boateng. That the MPP, it will be difficult for them to break the 8.
Was it to be difficult for MPP to break 8?
But then
NDC too is not showing any alternative.
Showing any alternative. And then I'm better Hana Mekayan. Nana, he has stated the obvious. For NDC to MPP to break the 8, it's going to be very difficult because Akufo-Addo's records is nothing to write home about. The man has rolled back our development, the democracy, our politics, and everything backwards.
There are pocket of things in Swahili positive.
Nana, pocket of things
like
that
free SHS. It has challenges, but it's positive. Nana? Like a district and a factory, it's positive. Like Oko Farmers, one is a CIA, it's positive. What has STEM schools? Go to Kukurantumi. Very beautiful STEM schools at Kufuor. So I'm not sure. Say, I mean, let's pick the good ones too. But they be and could be my.
Nana, there's no good one among all the things that you have said. In my views, that is his responsibility as government. So he hasn't done anything. If you look at what he promised the people of this country and what he has done, I cannot just suppose the two. I must be very honest with you.
So
from what he promised,
the bad ones are more.
Of course. I overshadow the good ones. That is why people are not seeing what he has done, because he has done too much bad that the good cannot be seen. In any case, I have my issue with free SHS. I think it should have been technical. What I say, we should have turned most of our schools to STEM schools now. And no more I was the driving force of our secondary education. That should be the main focus. Say akwala ni be wie school no obeba no na otumiye electricals. Obe wie school no obeba no otumiye carpentry. Obetumiye iron. Enti nioma ye kokra free China eba no. Na ye trainee enkwala no say omu betumi aye den. yes, man, so that very good. So that factories now musi no every district. Ye benya enkwala no emo so involved. Nana, do you know something? During COVID 2020, there were a lot of innovation. COVID-19, thank you. A lot of innovation. People were manufacturing or a lot of things. Ye free mukoyi. What has happened? Now on social media, I saw a young boy, or the seminim or the plywood or something, architect, and was story building, very beautiful. This and
when I follow, if I may not, but
designer,
it's a
pattern. Me call Kumasi Secondary Technical.
Oh, okay.
And your friend KSHS or something. KSTS or Patas.
Okay.
Me call auto mechanic.
Okay.
I'm a technical student.
Yes, okay.
What I say? And we have a core subjects now. I think the only thing was the auto mechanic. I did physics, I did chemistry. The only thing I didn't do was biology. I did elective maths. Okay. So I'm a pure science student. But let me tell you this. Me read school. With the knowledge that I acquired from Kumasi Secondary Technical, me ko ye juma or be quite run about.
Okay.
As a mechanic.
Okay.
Me read ye no. Ye ma me call state transport STC. Oforikrum. Okay. That was where I was doing my apprenticeship. Just to add more practical knowledge to what I have already acquired. Say equipment me. I'm to me about marketing.
Makes sense.
What you say? Now some of my colleagues I'm in Muko schools no. Ebi mu ko ye adwuma wo Boase mines any ade me mates fo ni bi Australia de technical ya ko ye ya. But you know be omo ye visual art ni every day me show on social media and they are complaining. Me hey, I'm a very technical na me here na no na kura me abepe money. So I am a strong advocate for technical education. Like let us train our children. Let us not only educate them.
This time,
let us train them.
So that place Oyade, mommy abaso.
Minko baby I can.
Oh, no, I've not been there. But who could to me an example of the STEM.
So let take me there. Yanko ni yanko she. Say baby new one say. Google. So fine, it's good. But like I was saying, the NDC should up their game. NDC can win the elections, no doubt about it. They can win the elections. Enra on one of your sister stations, now host was complaining about Savannah region turn out near low, and Ashanti region turn out near high, and we nam catching and say, hey, Masha that tenacity 2020 election results. Masha that tenacity. We shall voter even MPP in our northern region. And I mean, because the only northern region seat in the more are split to parity. I think 9-9 each. What I say? Anybody who is thinking say any Ashanti region a stronghold. Do you know the vote that President Mahama garnered at the Ashanti region? Very impressive.
And it's more than the vote he had in voter region.
Very good. It's very impressive. And then no. The statistics are changing. The people are changing their mindset. There's nothing like, oh, voter region is my stronghold. For the first time, MPP are what to them? So things are changing. Dynamics no electoral commission say in his attempt to disenfranchise people from getting accessibility to be able to register, it will go against one political party or the other. Look, they should look at the statistics again. Okay. It is not going to affect any political party. Because, sir, World Bank, you know, and the Ashanti region, they are seeing a different light. They know, say, NDC in the basic KJT. They are seeing a different light. Miko Kumasi, I'm not able to stay for more than 2 days because of the nature of roads. Kwaya say Kumasi, said the Kumasi Ejija. Formerly the garden city of Africa or Ghana or whatever. And they Udruwa, Sefem, Reho, Ashanti region. And the people there are asking themselves, say, Adenti, and they to me to about massively, Emma one political party. But yet, political party neighbor officer, they don't know us. They don't know us. It is never the case, say, oh, Ashanti region MPP song. No, that myth is broken. There's no way, say, oh, voter region is NDC. No. If the EC is doing equal balance, only equal balance, or making sure, say, machines, you know, it be a baby because maybe a watching you say, a whole NDC stronghold, be a na hono, MPP dia. Whoever thought a whole will go for MPP. Yeah. That analysis, I don't believe. But also, they are not in coalition with MPP to disenfranchise. Not in coalition with MPP with Akufo-Addo. No, coalition MPP. You see, Akufo, mine are saying, "I'm going to fight MPP for." Other JFK, so I'm general secretary for MPP. On why they? I did 2 million JFK. What Shadow says so. Stephen Intim, I did 2 million. He's only there to represent as the chairman. Oh no, they know. We see everything that is happening in this country. Akufo-Addo is behind it. But say MPP na didn't buy. Some have time no not your boni dia your boy NDC account. NDC no. Until we soon to me say. Say we book now say Africa in a wheelchair. Book na one man lunch no now. Me do am from you. Why you me message? Na message there me message na mekan. Message na mekan. We say Africa. You are beating me technicalities. Of course. Africa in a wheelchair. Who frame me say Kweku bra. E ka tai bi amebo wa humia. E ka wa me ba say Jamini no tutu bi aso. Enti political party eno ni wheeler enipa no ejina so e de ba. But then enipa no ba wi a say what here you say Akufo-Addo Bawumia led government. Yes, that's now right. We are dealing with the government. Your friend is saying, BBN or IMF or MOBA, they don't go and deal with MPP. No, they deal with the government. World Bank bar, they don't go and deal with MPP. In our country, we don't vote for political parties. We vote we vote for individuals. So yeah. Me is President Mahama that I like his loyalty. In some countries, you vote for the parties and they will take their leader. Very good. But this time around, what you say? You know why I always advocate for John Mahama? Yeah. It's not because of anything. Look, prior to 2020... So you don't advocate for NDC? You advocate for John Mahama? Prior to 2020 elections. Prior to 2020 elections. And I say even 2016 elections. When the issue of nurses allowance came... What I say? When the issue of nurses allowance came, President John Dramani Mahama stood his grounds and said that if I pay nurses allowance, I will throw the economy out of gear. It will not help us. So I'm going for this alternative to replace that. Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, on the other hand, was doing propaganda with it. And what is the state of the economy? That is a mark of a loyal leader, an honest leader. In his government, when somebody dreamt of having $1 million, he kicked her ass out. That is the mark of an incorruptible leader. But what are we seeing? All of a sudden, all MPP people have become so rich that they don't feel what the ordinary Ghanaian is feeling anymore. I'm not sure it's limited with MPP. There are politicians over time, Wolf NDC and MPP, better transfer in China. So I'm not sure. NDC in opposition. Maybe it is worse now. But the NDC in opposition. NDC in opposition. I'm telling you, some of them. They are even richer than. Said they are in bed with the MPP. A lot of them. You want me to give you information? Yes, give me. You're free, I'll give you. Oh, be bold. Give it. I know be bold as I see a drink about it. Listen, open information, and when we finish, I'll give you some information. Places that they are putting up houses and all that. I will take you there to look at it. I'm telling you. It's as if who said we should be serious in this country, Masa. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. So, miracle. I don't know, Director. Final minute, if we can, even if 3 or so callers cry, na yema Ghana for and so enter imagine if you are ana ye kanokre, if you are ana ye protect or mine, if you are and ye buandi or mine is what no ye into no straw. Morning shows in the dorsal, but we kanokre and also into the true situation of the matter. State of the public affairs. They are all in bed with them. Yeah, most of the.
Yenfa cause bear me and say, Minister Gaga ready. I mean, Yenfa cause bear me and say, Bina, if it's a Ghana for us to be to me, actually, one but we need to save this country. We need to save this country.
Maybe I mean,
the youth this is beyond. I'm telling NDC and MPP.
The youth are suffering.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm tempted to say that they should suffer. Of course, they should suffer because you're too about Ukrum high and when they were doing four more, we warned them. We told them that the direction that this government is going, if you give him 4 more, he will mess up. What you say? The governance of this country is being managed.
So let's speak some few callers. But Adam Makai, me for university girl be out on PK. Me can I say briefly?
Okay.
Okay. First caller, but you didn't say now free.
Hello.
Yes, but briefly, we didn't be free. Share your opinion on the matter. Yanko.
Your friend Kwame, me kasa fi. Emo.
Chawajine, yanko.
You see, the course of my muharam. Especially youth. Yeah, Manika to enjoy. Make brother so they now. One day that my friend I'm so pro. Mam bibi ka kan show me when. Ndu ma so mo ka che. Make me more because me wo yere me wo ma. E ku fo do buy or buy wa. E sugar for ke ti mba. Nti mo ko first kan when na me famo. So just so much. Oh, bara, including young family daughter. If you are only a of faith, Alice, or send it to the because I say, one day, no mean the quack, sending the tea so that fed father what animal. Because near my question, yeah. But I say, Ubian, that's all the cat. The girl, I know the MCP be on Maria cooking.
Okay, that's it. Young friends here. But I say, manya feel if papa is so jenny. No. But manya feel if say, oh, is so jenny.
Oh, okay.
But on the very in here. Hello, but you didn't send out free. Sorry, what to mention as such a na yanko o mino ebe ye my ye
na number am more assignment back.
So we me fengi na na o discaka. Hello, but you didn't send out free.
Your friend Mr. Samuel Kumasi.
Mami ti o free Kumasi. Kumasi dey so Kumasi he.
Father so.
Yankoi.
The demasi no my program mo ye me nyagisa.
Okay.
Media for no na me the media house no more. Because they go so my no say mo ni catch of my phone say na band so do. But media for this so at any then defending and abane ya dey abane mo but we are suffering this country chairman. They want to hear them me any then how we TikTok we program go on. After some of them for such cool. They are the could be Magana. I didn't hear. This is the management why now. Why that the other so for the Diano Mayimu. There's some one cabinet too much to remove. No more to my Jamonsa. Let's be in Japan, some piece of my and they bell by the so far. The time to the figure from the room. I didn't hear. Okay, start we have been doing to Niko. They are probably the phone call, Maduma for us one more. But so as Cassandra can be the idea of Farmer. On some just much more was my family. No more than she is the way in the family. The mamma fast to come here say no. When you the same thing now because a bunny at the pony of Bianca. A quite about a father for fast to come here father soon. I'm up for one or two father there. Especially to my media house, my mom, why many of my sermon near bread.
And these are genuine concerns. Before you judge him and then they say he's a Ghanaian first. He's a Ghanaian first. Let's pick the last caller. Hello, Mpacho, Udini baby are free. I mean to you, man. Yanko, Ghana to you.
Yo, no. O my dear, you may be my sister, baby, Bruno. Generally, falling the break, I'm your drink and because all my performance kind of friends there on my map. And strong one on the board between a big good on my hammer, swat, this is fun. Ghana for the break, I drink a moment for about one. Now, a known quadrant, the answer. Money nyana say Ghana ye need you. Ghana nye need ya. And we take decision a bit favor party in favor party. I was so be one Ghana heavy a Ghana need but be a swab. It's quite or they fashion now or person cancer for set our million voters ID card or the best one or that not for the 16 years one only 2. Now baby your penal uncle who's on now forever. Now we see why you mean none the woman you be here was take here and yam why you don't see what to say you need baby.
All right, so Fancy and Yemre Asso, we thanks for we're very thankful for the opinions Mashe I think that you'd be not make about Lady B Macha Meba and Mefano. In fact my lady know 7 times I always treat more Tom now lady in stature who send again no who fair I'm sorry again stature cry them say my fan again who for do
oh worry
was yeah me worry about me about
oh yeah TV
oh say unim say me kana wa
what dey kasa
so unim say me kana wa abayo na e kama o e kama say so kasa e kama
o je no number
o da bi me je no number but I hu na yeah corner again ka chim so we KNUST also we UDS na so say also UDS na say na adan was it bra wa bre no na djuma bi obeko bi so yisi e ka se ne be dance enti ese piki no
the town street Adeo street
na me re ko enti me ka che say obetima me ya din komo TV so o si me fie fo odwen say wo ye djuma bi wa na obi enim say o see traffic no as in but there's nothing wrong go ferry
you see
o ferry
some say my more assignment ba
my many sorry so your time as
see Akotoka International Airport o ma dan in new plan station
are oh kasa Akotoka International Airport be there
adan in new plan station
how new plan buses in the park you are say
me just for cameras na fa general na ko na ekuro ni mu nipa nyina san
yeah so I know dey no kure so mo kwa fe na meti wase yeah so mo
me say esini new plan station
yeah mo kopa na ye kire ya American embassy
for cameras na ko ye interview ba ko mi ni ntie Ghana for the reason why ntia nurses doctors everybody is leaving the country
omoko
say Kufuor to agina ni so
omoko
man boyful
and the point is that we what's the or be remember statistics just say you use $4 billion gaga me sorry so you use $4 billion to pay foreigners what this kind of ideas to come and serve our country, and that's every year 250,000 people go out of the continent with the same acumen. I don't know if you get it.
I know.
$4 billion pay 100,000 abrofo to come and do the same worker. 250,000 Africans, and yet they go out with it. So that is it. The FNC and the Otu Darko, or Hino Waka Sebuah here, maybe we are time with you. We are here. Oruna or day program no ebekoni na ebekoni wie enti misro tie no. And you be discussing and say who nya papa. So please, Otu Darko, ye